Good evening.
G'day, Liz. Absolute honour to be here, and you look amazing. Isn't it great how this new tech can just wipe the ears off your looks? Wayne Carey's been using these filters for the last 6 years.
And this technology is getting better.
Oh, yes, it is getting better. Here we are on a face-to-face, and you would have absolutely no idea that off to my left here is Kevin Sheedy, swinging his jacket like a maniac. Stop it, Kevin. I'm trying to talk to Liz.
I'm glad, because there's a whole lot of things happening outside the window and you can't hear it.
Yes, well, I'd give my left nut to be hanging out in the Northern Hemisphere this time of year.
Whereabouts do you live?
I live in Melbourne.
You had a terrible lot of rain, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been pissing down here. And look, the Freo Dockers, they can't stand it. Haven't been able to win a game in the wet this year at all.
Indeed. Trying to avoid that bit of water.
Yes, fair weather football, we call it here, Liz. You know, as a four-time premiership coach, you've got to teach a team to perform in different conditions. And I don't mince my words, Liz. I'm the kind of coach that likes to shoot from the hips, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I can see that, yes.
Well, you know, Liz, I've been in the coaching racket for almost 40 years now.
It's a long time, isn't it?
Yes, well, I'm not coaching per se these days, more of a director role. So, you know...
You've actually retired, have you?
Well, as a coach, yes, but I still offer my expertise to different sporting organisations. You know, for instance...
I think that sounds wonderful work to be doing.
Yes, it's what I do best, Liz. And, let me give you an example. Just the other night, I was at the Entrecote restaurant in Paran when a fight broke out between Stephen May and Jake Melsham, and you would never believe how it started. But basically, Steve was upset because he's vegan, only drinks plant-based milks. Of course, Jake thought he'd play funny buggers and orders him full cream dairy. Next thing you know it, punches are being thrown, claret is flying everywhere, Alex ends up hitting Neil clocks Bullen, James on the hunt for anyone he can wallop, ends up doing a lot of harms to James, Max, he's gone in flowing haymakers, Charlie chucks on some oven mitts and wants to have a spargo with all and sundry. Meanwhile, Tom dives into the melee headfirst like a rabid sparrow, knocking warm Olivers out of Clayton's Greek salad all over the floor. Keziah's down there trying to pick it up, and to cap it all off, bloody Gary Lyon is off in the corner crying with a broken leg. And all of this because of a petty milk sham.
It's very interesting to hear about that.
Yeah, well, luckily I jumped in and started administering first aid because I had to suck the poison vine out of Jake Lever's wounded leg. It was just ooze everywhere.
It sounds a very sensible idea too, because obviously it does help enormously if one does know something about first aid.
Well, look, Liz, I'd love to chat, but I've got to go because it's the Bombers' 150th celebration and Sheets is off his bloody rocky. Bloody hell, Kevin. I'm not Mick Malthouse. Jesus.